Coming up on Fulton Today, Fulton's justice partners celebrate those who made the choice to turn their lives around this year.
Residents take advantage of the opportunity to voice their opinion about the proposed 2019 operating budget. I'm Brian Robinson, and I'll have more on this story coming up.
And Fulton's health team unites with the rest of the world to show support for people living with a virus that affects millions. That and much more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. The tentative spending and savings plan for next year has been presented to the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. Now, the board and county leaders are asking taxpayers to offer their thoughts on the 2019 proposed budget. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now with more on this story. Brian?
Shania, after the board was first presented with the proposed 2019 operating budget in November, they each took turns expressing their opinions on what they would like to see changed.
Mr. Chairman, you do not have a quorum.
The board was scheduled to receive an update during the December regular meeting. However, that meeting was adjourned early due to a lack of a quorum on a National Day of Mourning for former President George Herbert Walker Bush.
I'm encouraged by some of the recommendations that have been made.
When the commissioners convened in November, they were presented with a proposed operating budget of $1.1 billion, including $702 million for the general fund. Among the highlights of the proposal, 65% of the general fund is designated to the strategic priority areas of all people are healthy and safe. Fulton County plans to invest $2 million in its behavioral health initiative, as well as seek matching funding from the state. County leaders are also seeking permanent funding for the Justice Reinvestment Initiative, which would help reduce the jail population and improve court operations. Now, though some residents did voice their concerns about the budget to commissioners this week, there will be one final chance to give input beginning in January during the very first board meeting of the year. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Fulton leaders host a reception in honor of the county's legislative delegation. And during the gathering at the Ponce City Market, Chairman Rob Pitts and members of the board thanked the legislators for their previous and upcoming work on behalf of citizens of Fulton County.
We believe that we serve the same constituents, and if we're on the same page, so to speak, there's a much greater likelihood of success in terms of passing any items that we may feel that will be beneficial to the residents of Fulton County.
Though the Georgia legislative session does not start until early next year, county leaders have already started to meet with the delegation to discuss multiple topics.
It's good for us to communicate. We may not agree on everything, but if we communicate the things and work on things we do agree on and communicate that what we don't agree on, we can head the county in a good place. And I think for the taxpayers, it's very important that we just have that communication so they have confidence in us.
Government is a collaborative effort. Nobody can govern on their own. So it is wonderful to meet folks that we are going to be working with and sharing initiatives with and really getting to know each other so that we can work well together.
It's a great opportunity for members of the House, the Senate, and our county commissioners to get together and talk about what needs to be done, but also to socialize and just get to know each other. I think it's great.
Fulton leaders and the delegation will continue to meet ahead of the Georgia General Assembly. In our district-by-district coverage, we'll hear what happened with the same group when they last met about the county's behavioral health services needs. Residents offer their opinion on Marta's new More Marta Atlanta program. The Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority hosted multiple community conversations across the city to discuss the next steps for the newly adopted program. Now, the More Marta Atlanta program is the city's largest transit investment in history and was designed to increase transportation options as Atlanta continues to grow.
We're continuing to listen to folks. One of the things that we want to do is understand a variety of factors. Now that we know what the projects are, we've got to figure out when we're going to do them, how we're going to do them, and make sure that the financial plan is tighter and more complete in its completion. So again, continuing to listen to folks, helping them know where and how they can engage, giving them a good understanding of the projects that will be coming along the line.
Marta users who attended the community conversations got the chance to review the status of the program and discuss next steps. They say they are thankful Marta continues to seek their opinions. Over the past 3 years, Marta has engaged thousands of residents through face-to-face interactions, emails, phone calls, and online and print surveys. Fulton's Justice Partners celebrate the incredible comeback stories of all of this year's clients in their Accountability Courts programs. FGTV's Darrell Carver has a story.
Hope Hall inside Fulton County's Accountability Court is normally not this festive, since it's an intense substance abuse treatment facility. On this occasion, however, the only intensity on display was the support the Accountability Court team has for their clients during the annual Client Holiday Dinner.
Our clients have, by virtue of their situation here, they've had an up and down roller coaster life. And the annual holiday dinner is actually an opportunity to bolster them for the holidays.
Fulton County's Accountability Court was initiated to provide supervised alternative sentencing for those with substance abuse. Lasting a minimum of 18 months, clients must exhibit specific character traits and participate in an intensive outpatient rehab program operated by drug court staff. They also must regularly appear before a judge for a progress report, as well as submit to random drug screenings. The theme for this year's Client Holiday Dinner was Crazy, Busy, Peaceful, the holidays. The organizers say this time of year can be stressful when trying to recover from substance abuse and mental health issues. The holiday dinner helps clients remember they're not alone. And to drive that point home, some special guests were invited to share how Accountability Court changed their lives for the better.
For me, it has totally saved my life. I'm excited about it because I know what the possibilities of treatment and recovery, and my desire is, and the reason I'm here today, I want to be around as much as possible to be that example and also to be that support of my peers that are going through this program.
Drug court taught me different points of reference, something I could refer to besides what I already knew. What I knew was only keeping me inside of my madness. And when I came to drug court, I had something different to refer back to give me a different way of thinking.
Accountability Court has also made an impression on the medical community.
I was really moved. I was choked up. It's pretty amazing for us all to be given a second chance, you know, and this program is more than just checking off the boxes and doing drug tests. It really helps people get their lives back.
I've actually had a few patients who have gone through drug court and who have talked about how much it has changed their lives. And I will always remember one patient in particular who had had a cocaine addiction for many, many years. And it was when she went through drug court that she was able to reestablish with her family. She was able to find stable housing because she was able to find a stable job. And she was sober for 22 months by the time I had seen her. So she was extremely proud of herself, and I just saw how empowered she was by this program.
Though this holiday dinner is a brief celebration along the road to recovery, the Accountability Court team says the clients will come back to their treatment at the first of the year, strong and ready to move forward. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Darrell Carver.
Wonderful story. Thanks, Darrell. There's much more to come on Fulton Today. Stay with us. Seniors celebrate the anniversary of one of the busiest senior facilities in the county. Here's this week's District by District coverage. Fulton seniors celebrate a milestone at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multi-Purpose Facility. County leaders and center participants mark the 20th anniversary of the center with a week filled with activities and celebrations. Events that included an actual Founders Day program and an open house.
The facility here is very, very nice. I like it. I come all the time with my wife, and I had really be assigned as a member yet because I just retired. but in the future, I will be part of this facility.
This is a wonderful place for us to come to and enjoy ourselves and meet people. And we learn new things in life and how to do new things. It is just, oh, this is wonderful. This is very wonderful.
The Darnell Center is named after longtime senior advocate, the late Harriet G. Darnell, the mother of District 6 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell.
It was named because of my mother's service. She was the advocate on behalf of seniors. She and Father Bowden, for an example, before the Older Americans Act even passed in Congress. So she was a community activist that people knew. And as I say all the time, out here, daughters don't make mothers, even if they're commissioners. Mothers make daughters. So it was her life of service that the community insisted that if we put any name on this building, we'd put it on her.
One thing that sticks out of everything else with the history of this, aging facilities is that the perseverance that they had, how they went to the Fulton County Commissioners once a month for 8 years until the commissioners as a whole decide to put the money in the budget. I mean, that's a lot of perseverance there.
The Darnell facility is one of the busiest senior centers in the county. Fulton County residents who want to take part in the events and the programs at the Darnell Center have to register as a member. You can contact the facility to get details. And still to come, Fulton joins the rest of the world in celebrating World AIDS Day. Stay with us. The annual day for people to work actively and collaboratively with partners around the world to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS is a success in Fulton County. Of course, we're talking about World AIDS Day. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega takes a look at how Fulton County marked the annual observance.
The mission every day for the group gathered here is clear: Stop HIV Atlanta. And on this morning, those who have been working to that end came together for the Fulton County's World AIDS Day breakfast at the Carter Center.
This year for World AIDS Day, not only do we remember those who we've lost, but we also look forward to a day where no one in Fulton County ever has to become HIV positive, and those few that do become HIV positive, we can immediately get them into treatment and make sure they get high quality care.
The theme for the 2018 breakfast, An HIV-Free Generation is a Human Right, with Dr. James Curran, co-director of the Emory Center for AIDS Research, serving as keynote speaker and Community Honor Awards honoree.
Our first ever Lifetime Achievement Award winner, the Fulton Board of Health.
His message to the group was a reminder to recommit to the work that still needs to be done. Given the county's high number of HIV/AIDS cases, Fulton's Board of Health team has been actively trying to educate residents about the AIDS epidemic and inform about the available services.
Despite everything that we've done, we still have roughly the same number of people contracting HIV year to year to year. We have all the tools that we need to end the epidemic. We just need to figure out how we can successfully implement them and eradicate HIV.
Thanks to a grant from the Georgia Department of Public Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the breakfast was made possible. But thanks to the workers committed to doing the work, they say the day when AIDS is no longer a crisis will one day come. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, county leaders wrap up their final meeting with state lawmakers about behavioral health issues impacting Fulton residents. Fulton's top executives, along with staff from the county's behavioral health department, sit down once again with the Fulton legislative delegation at the Capitol. The group has been meeting to potentially find areas that both the county and the state could support that deal with everything from the opioid crisis to homelessness.
We have a lot of citizens in need in the behavioral health area. We've worked for years to try and realign our services with our finances in order to treat as many people as possible. Of course, we have this circle of behavioral health patients in and out of our jail system that is not adequately addressing the needs, and it's very expensive. So we've been working hard to find alternative solutions to help those folks.
Today's meeting, in terms of next steps, really sets the stage for how do we now take what are a lot of good ideas and very specific proposals and turn those into legislation if needed, or specifically funding that will flow through the Department of Behavioral Health to Fulton County.
Fulton County leadership has really understood that behavioral health challenges really are at the core of a lot of problems that Fulton wants to solve. So when you talk about high school graduation rates and incarcerated individuals and folks not living up to their potential, deeply understanding that the availability of comprehensive and high-quality mental health and substance abuse services can really begin to turn a community's well-being around.
Fulton officials are looking for financial and programming resources from the state to help with its behavioral health services. The county hopes these issues will be addressed when the legislative session begins in January. And we've got another look at how seniors are celebrating the anniversary of the Darnell Center. In a live performance, members of the Darnell facility starred in the Superstar Jesus Christ the Musical.
Absolutely. It was absolutely magnificent. The staff and the performers, they were all great. I enjoyed it tremendously. I really did.
Oh, the performance was wonderful. That's part of the drama people are part of my group. I'm in the drama club, and they did a wonderful job.
The Darnell Players, the Darnell Divas, and the Darnell Chorus all participated.
Well, we started just around Labor Day, and we met once a week for an hour. And so everybody did their part, and we put it all together bit by bit, and we were amazed that it all fell together.
Now, the original musical was officially called Jesus Christ Superstar and was a 1970 rock opera with music by Andrew Lloyd Webber and lyrics by Tim Rice, and it debuted on Broadway in 1971. Well, the Darnell participants produced their own version of the musical. Looking good, seniors. And up next on Fulton Today, see how you can incorporate some art into your life when the new year begins. Stay with us. If discovering a new talent in 2019 is on the top of your New Year's resolution list, then listen up. To help you tap into that talent, the Arts and Culture Department is encouraging residents to sign up now for winter arts classes. For 8 weeks, participants will have the opportunity to take dance, theater, painting, drawing, pottery, and STEAM education classes. All the classes are based on skill level and offered to teens, adults, seniors, and even the little ones.
The classes are for people of all ages and all skill levels, and we invite everyone to participate. So there's something for everyone.
The winter arts classes take place at each of the 5 Fulton County Art Centers. Registration ends January 4th. Classes run from January 8th through March 9th. You can register by calling any of the Art Center or by logging on to fultonarts.org. And finally, if you are in the market for a new holiday pet, Fulton's Animal Services has some doggone good news. Nearly 150 animals from the Fulton County Animal Services Shelter now have new homes thanks to the annual Adopt, Don't Shop adoption event held over the Black Friday through Cyber Monday weekend. Well, the county's managing partner, the Lifeline Animal Project, still has some good deals this holiday season.
We're going to do an ugly sweater promotion where if you come in with an ugly sweater, you're going to get to be able to adopt a pet for free, I believe. So, and then you can take the ugly sweater and make a coat out of it for your adopted pet. We're going to give you instructions on how to do that as well.
Overall, Lifeline Animal Projects Fulton and DeKalb shelters helped nearly 340 families welcome new animals into their homes. They're hoping to do more this holiday season. If you would like to welcome a new pet into your family, you can log on to lifelineanimal.org. FGTV wants to connect with you online. Be sure to follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. You can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.